Hello students. Uh, Today I want to start second lesson, The Adventure of Toto. Here in this story, one main elements which play important role is a monkey. This story is written by Ruskin Bond, Anglo-Indian writer. He has written about the naughtiness of a red monkey. As we know that red monkeys are very mischievous and always doing this and that thing. Actually, they love to do mischievous things every time. Monkeys are not a such type of animal one can keep as a pet. But this writer's grandfather bought this Toto monkey from a Tonga driver who was used to tie always along with a trog, feeding vessel which was kept there. He was uncared. This due to this situation, grandfather decided to bring and aid him in his private zoo. He had one private zoo at his home in which he had kept other animals. So he decided to keep this Toto in that zoo. Let us see this how this story is going to start. Grandfather bought Toto from a Tonga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. He bought this for 5 rupees from a Tonga driver. The driver used to keep this little red monkey tied to a feeding trough. Feeding trough here, feeding vessel, which he kept there to feed him. Okay, and the monkey looked so out of place there that grandfather decided he would aid the little fellow to his private zoo. He was there, looked uncared, unwanted. Sometimes you see that no one was taking proper care of him, so he decided to purchase him and aid to his private zoo. Toto was pretty monkey. Generally you see monkeys are lovely one, pretty one. His bright eyes sparkled with mischievous beneath deep set eyebrow. This writer describes his characteristics. You see that his appearance. He is a very pretty one, beautiful. His eyes are mischievous, deep set under the eyebrow, and you see his teeth, which were the pearly white, just like a pearl. Okay, pearly white, and were very often displayed in a smile that frightened the life out of the elderly Anglo-Indian lady he used to frighten. Used to show his white pearly teeth, means smiling now and then, and try to scare the Anglo-Indian white lady. Actually, this writer belongs to Anglo-Indian community. He lives in Uttarakhand in Nainital, and they settled down there. So this lady, that family belonged to Anglo-Indian, but his hands looked dried up as through though they had been pickled in the sun for many years, and hence perhaps you have seen monkey hands are just looking like a dried pickle here just we use to eat just pickle, okay, mango pickles and chili pickles, like that way. So his hands were just looking like a dried pickles, maybe black, and just see yet his fingers were quick and wicked, and his tail, while aiding to his good looks, grandfather believed a tail would aid to anyone good looks. This tail of any animals, that is the aid some beauty, just animals beauty is increased. Without tail there is no beauty, so tail is important part of animal. According to the this grandfather, this tail is important part which aid the beauty of any animal. So he also describes about his tails, and his fingers were very quick and wicked one. Maybe that mischievous one always tried to do something, and we perhaps know the nature of red monkey, the very dangerous one, very mischievous one, very notorious one, and always they need to do this and that thing or some mischievous work. So he describes his beauty, his teeth, his tail, and how these all the things aid his beauty as his physical beauty. So this and also serve the third hand. He could use it to hang from a branch, and it was capable of scooping up any delicacy that might be out of the reach of his hands. He used this tail as a third hand, sometime hanging with the branch or some difficult situation where he couldn't reach, he can use just his tail to do his job, and any problem which may come in his activities, whatever he used to do every day, just he can manage while using his tail and climbing the things, or just let us see that grandfather always fused when grandmother brought home some new bird or animal. So it was decided that Toto present should be kept a secret from her until this was just particularly good mood, until this grandmother didn't like behavior of grandfather, as he used to bring now and then some this and that animal at home. So they decided to keep this monkey secret. So first they took him to a drawing room where he kept secretly, and then what he did there, it is a really very surprising thing that happened. They wanted to keep secret from the grandmother until her mood become good. Just see that this particularly good grandfather, and I put him away in a little closet opening into my bedroom wall, where he was tied securely, or so be thought, to be pegged fastened into the wall. And they kept this monkey in a closet. A closed small room was there, and they decided to keep this monkey for some time. After that, when the grandmother will become habitual gradually, and then they adopt this include this monkey in his private zoo. So this way that they tied him with a peg in that closet. A few hours later, when grandfather and I came back to release Toto, we found that the walls, which had been covered with some ornamental paper chosen by the grandfather, now stood out of the naked brick and plaster. But did they see? They saw that this room, all plaster and ornamental paper. Earlier, this room was decorated by the grandfather, chosen by the colors and the things chosen by the grandfather to decorate this room. But could they see? They saw that this everything was torn up, maybe destroyed by this monkey. Wallpaper, decorated paper, even plaster, it was totally out of ball, and ball was fully naked. You see that monkey is not a animal to whom one can keep as a pet animal, but they decided, they were not knowing the nature of this animal, they decided to keep, and when they kept in the closet, they saw that everything was destroyed. When they came back after an hour, they saw that everything was finished off, nothing was left, and he tore each and everything, whatever that, whether they were the wall ornamental paper or that is the covering of the wall. Now stood out this naked brick and plaster. The peg of the wall had been wrenched from its socket, and my school blazer which had been hanging there was in shreds. And he saw that this monkey just broke out this peg where it was fastened, and that he also torn the blazer of writer which was kept on the wall. At that time he was a school going student, and then he saw that this blazer was torn in small shreds. That is the totally finished room was totally just destroyed. I wondered what a grandmother would say, but grandfather didn't worry. He seemed pleased with the Toto's performance. That grandfather loved to keep this type of animal, so he was not worried about the performance whatever he did there. But the writer was worried about the grandmother. What did she say when she just will see this performance and the things which were destroyed by this monkey? So this clever, he's clever, said the grandfather. The statement of the grandfather, he is very clever one. Given time, if I am sure, he could have tied the torn pieces of your blazer into a rope and made him escape from this window. He was hoping if we would have given some more time to this monkey, definitely he would be able to make a rope of these threads. Small just threads should be turned into the rope, and he might be escaped from this from the window of this room. So students, this much today we have started. We don't have a time more than the 50 minutes, because we can make this video only in such a time. So for today that is enough. Tomorrow again I will come with a new video. Thank you very much.